Okay, good afternoon, everyone. We're here to discuss homicide number 6, which occurred last night, February 17th, at approximately 10:59 p.m. And this incident occurred at 7020 Grand Canyon Drive. The name of our deceased is Elvie Vanessa Cervantes de la Torre, a Hispanic female born in 1981. So about that time, Austin 911 received a call of shots fired there in the parking lot of that apartment complex. When they arrived, they found Ms. Cervantes de la Torre with a gunshot wound along with her male companion. EMS, of course, tried to resuscitate Ms. Cervantes de la Torre. However, they were unsuccessful and she was pronounced there at the scene. Her male companion was transported to the hospital and is currently in stable condition. Homicide detectives did respond to the scene, and the witnesses that they spoke to told them that there is typically a group of 8 to 10 Hispanic males that frequents this area of the parking lot. Typically they are there just partying and hanging out. A disagreement occurred with Ms. Cervantes de la Torre and 2 of these men. We don't yet fully understand what the argument was about. However, it escalated and Ms. de la Torre, Cervantes de la Torre, and her companion were both shot. This person, whoever it was, this Hispanic male, fired multiple rounds at both individuals. The men from there split up into 2 groups. One group got into a maroon reddish pickup truck. The other group got into a black vehicle. We're not sure if it's a 2-door or 4-door. Some seem to think it's a 4-door. As we've said, these men frequent this area, so people, especially the ones that live in that apartment, are going to know who these men are, and we're interested in knowing all of their names. This is primarily a Hispanic community, and there's a lot of people there who may be concerned about their status. We don't care. We're not interested. It makes no difference to us. What we want is justice for Ms. Cervantes de la Torre, and we want to find her killer. And that is our only focus and concern here. Are there any questions?
Was she the only female in this group? But you said it was about 8 to 10 Hispanic males, and then it was just her, and maybe kind of, can you go into detail about male companion, her boyfriend, or fiance?
Right, yeah, and that's a good point. So she was not part of this group of 8 to 10 men. She pulled up in her vehicle and parked in this area in the parking lot. These men happened to be there.
Okay.
So she was not a part of them, neither was her companion.
Did she live there? Did her companion?
Yes, she lived there.
She lived there?
Does her companion live there?
I believe so.
Do you know if she or the companion knew anyone in the group?
They may have known each other since they all lived there, and these guys are always hanging out there. They may have been acquainted, and
Do you have an idea as to whether the people in this group live at the complex as well, or if they just hang out?
so what we understand is some may live at this complex and others may just be visiting and hang out with their friends there.
And the male companion, is she got a boyfriend, a fiance, a
No, I
friend?
think he's just a friend.
Oh, just a friend.
Yes. She is recently widowed, and so she had quite, struck bad luck there prior to coming here to Austin, and then this happening.
Do you know where she came from?
So. Somewhere in South Texas, not exactly.
And she had recently moved here?
A couple months ago, I believe.
So she was just kind of driving home from where, we don't know where she was coming from, but saw these, people who you say frequent the area, partying out there, and kind of confronted them about something.
No, I don't, we don't know that's for sure. What we do know is that she pulled up into the parking lot in this area, and those men were already there. You know, whether they had a problem with her parking there, that's a possibility. They may have territorialized this section of the parking lot or something. You know, we're looking into, you know, all the various reasons that it could be.
Are there any surveillance cameras in the complex?
Unfortunately not, which is what we have been so successful, so fortunate that many complexes and businesses have upgraded their video to high definition. It is just amazing the footage that we have caught on these homicides from people that have cameras in their complexes and businesses. It's strongly encouraged. Almost wish we had a city ordinance for it.
Have your detectives run into any issue trying to talk to people in the complex because they're worried about their status? Have they been talking to people, or has that been unsuccessful?
Some people have come forward. Obviously her friends, you know, and people she knew. But, you know, I worry that there's folks there that maybe even were visiting, that were maybe even part of this group of, you know, 8 to 10 men, and they just, one, don't want to get involved, or they're worried about, you know, their status, and, you know, our thing is, you know, we really don't care.
Do you know whether there were any other witnesses outside at the time?
There were, a lot of people fled. So that's, you know, why we're here, obviously. You know.
Even people outside of that 8 to 10 group?
Yes, and I think just people that, you know, live there or were visiting friends there that, you know, we're interested in definitely talking to.
How many rounds were fired approximately?
I can tell you multiple. We want to
Okay.
reserve that for the person that did it, you know.
Last question?
And the friend, was he in the car with her, or he was already at the apartment complex?
He was in the car with her.
Okay, so they showed up together.
I believe so. I just know that he was in the car with her.
Was he struck?
Yes. Well, yeah, and then he's got a gunshot wound, and hence in the hospital.
So they were both out of the car?
Um,
When they were shot, or was
so
it-
I want to reserve all of that.
Thanks, Shaw.
We'll just